Congratulate the graduating class of 2012 and welcome all those guests here to share this special day with us. I believe that while today is one in which we step forward in our lives, it is also a day for reflection. So I would like to relate this to something in which it is of my opinion that we can all relate to, that in a way symbolically represents this portion of our lives and is also something we all have the ability to understand. Toys. Because this is a part of our life that can accurately be related to toys and a toy story. At this point in our lives, I believe it is kind of like a toy story. Yes, I realize this seems to be a trivial subject, and that is the point since it represents simplicity and the simplistic nature of our lives up to this point compared to what is yet to come. While we are graduating high school, we are closing a door to what can essentially be considered our childhood. And at this point in our lives, it is our childhood, since we were born until now, that has defined us. So considering toys, we can be defined in many different ways as various types of people. For example, a very popular toy is Mr. Potato Head. And I have a Mr. Potato Head here. All right, we'll hope that'll stay right there. A Mr. Potato Head is in the movie Toy Story is a very valuable member of the team. Mr. Potato Heads are unfortunately empty and hollow and simply have facial accessories that one can interchange. So in a way, Mr. Potato Head represents having a facade and putting on different faces. Ultimately, this boils down to being superficial, which is something we should try to avoid. So I believe this is an example in Toy Story that we should try not to be. Another example would be a Slinky, or Slink as the Slinky dog in Toy Story is referred to. Unfortunately, I do not have a Slinky dog to place in front of me, but it is also a very integral member of the team in Toy Story in trying to, maintain the affection of their child and maintaining that, friendship connection. Unfortunately, the main thing one can do with a Slinky is put it at the top of a staircase and push it down. However, that often requires someone to get the motion started, and it only ends up going downhill the whole time. So again, being a Slinky is not completely desirable either. Yet another toy could be an Etch-a-Sketch. An Etch-a-Sketch is a very fun toy in which, of course, you can draw little pictures on, but that also requires, external manipulation. And when they are finished making a picture, they can simply shake it up and start a new one. Obviously, this is not good either, since we should strive to be our own person. All three examples so far all similarly demonstrate an element of peer pressure, and ideally one should try to not be like these toys because they require manipulation. You should actively try to achieve your best on your own. I believe we should try to be like a Woody or a Buzz Lightyear, arguably two of the greatest toys ever created. Woody, of course, is a cowboy and the leader of the toys in Toy Story, and has awesome catchphrases such as "there's a snake in my boot," one of my personal favorites. He represents a value of friendship, morals, and devotion. Buzz, the space ranger, with features such as wings and a laser, represents bravery, courage, and integrity. These are all the qualities we should strive to have, so looking back over your high school career, ask yourself, what kind of toy are you, and what kind of toy do you want to be? I believe we must remember our past, our childhood, and the simple aspects of life, such as toys, and use that simplicity to guide us. As we close this chapter of our lives, strive to be like a Woody or a Buzz, and not a Mr. Potato Head, a Slinky, or an Etch-a-Sketch. Don't be just another brick in the wall. Aim for the stars and accept nothing less than your best, because if you don't, you'll never get off the ground. So appropriately, I would like to end this speech with one of the most famous quotes from Toy Story, spoken by Buzz Lightyear. I believe I have that somewhere. Let's see. It's not "there's a snake in my boot," that's Woody. Actually, yes, I remember. Put that right in here. There we go. Whoops. All right, let's see, what was that quote? Ah, yes, of course, the quote by Buzz Lightyear, "To infinity and beyond." Thank you.